Hemorrhoid the Cowboy rides a farm donkey through desolate waves of badlands, back alleyways, an annoying understudy of humanitarians. Pain in the ass, well-meaning insincere, trying to get away from the dark, damp butt-dollars who fight the blasting armies of irrational greed's explosions. But of course everything goes wrong and grown from ugly grapes pressing to escape. Pulp of thunder. What a damn good dog from the skies. Sinews strung lengthways, dry stems and bind weeds. Cultivate lots of mustelites, plant missing people. Even don't you know domestic Owens vision adds color to this groove, refracts so many illusions and cut 'em. Yet even sleeping breaths of precious drops of stingy winds that shine right any steed seeking to believe that dreams exist. Little dead gin, sort of messages, a good dog found killed on the desolate Embarcadero and foes flames, sad bleeding face. At the bell, of course, it is dangerous. First thing you notice, this man's smile, holy not when it hides behind the lies. Down, keep darkness, guardian, let's chase impermanence, hiling. Together squeeze Zeus' suffocations, prenatal stranglings.
Pick up 3 big lobster tails. Get that grill gripping honey brown with dissipated brown butter. Render bacon quills. So tender like a time lapse. It's gone to people's phones. If you sippin', put your cup up. Yeah. If you grippin', pick the top up. When I grill lobster, I boil it first. Full disclosure, I keep it moister if I boil it first. Full disclosure, I keep it moister if I boil it first. When I grill lobster, I boil it first. Full disclosure, I keep it moister if I boil it first. Tender juicy tail y'all been waiting for, shining like the goldest rim at a revenge meal 2020 when I ate it, y'all. Let me give it to you one last time. If you sippin', put your cup up. If you grippin', pick the top up. Yeah. When I grill lobster, I boil it first with that brown butter. Full disclosure, I keep it moister. I give it to you wasted. Suck it off the bone. I keep it moister. You know I didn't take it first. I give it to you. I grill lobster, I boil it first. Suck it off the bone. Full disclosure, I keep it moister. You know I didn't fake it. I give it to you. Full disclosure, I keep it moister. Suck it off the boil it first. Full disclosure, I keep it moister if I boil it first. When I grill lobster, I boil it first. I give it to you. Suck it off the bone. The bone. I give it to you. I give it. I give it. I give it. When I grill lobster, I boil it first. Full disclosure. Full disclosure, I keep it moister if I boil it first. When I grill lobster.
This was a triumph. I'm making a note here. Huge success. On happy math, we scored over 27%. More than last year, but that doesn't spike the problem. The median is half. Let's go through the math. The opposite of rational. A scientific notation of 3 ml water for the chemical solution, and the acid will be stronger. Now divide the larger plane equally among the weight. 10,000 plays. That would be a dime a day. Almost rational. Okay, here's the bottom line. Aristotle knew irrational. like music, poetry, and enclosed crevices of unity. Light like shadows shine, all straight lines, it's all by design. What comes to mind differently, I know it won't please all the authorities. I am hysterical. Okay, here is the bottom line, and I've a funny overact imagination. And is it funny if I call it artificial insemination? And if we're fighting in a space war in reality, why are they exhuming an entire colonial academy? It's not hysterical, it's irrational, it's transcendental. It's transcendental, it's metaphysical, it's incomprehensible, and you know it is the bottom line of mine. Zeros different, and what's not two whole numbers? What can't we understand then? Irrational, and there is a whole nother one in the rondo sometime. Wouldn't you know it, baby? And wouldn't you know it, baby?
Yo, my granny grows flowers in the evening when the sun sets and it's easy breezy. Folks line up to see the blooms and see me. They wanna know just how she grows so many. They say there must be something in the water. Somebody help her, better call a doctor. Maybe she's found some magic secret powder. Is she or isn't she a witch? Is she or isn't she a witch? She's a witch. My granny smiled and said, well, wouldn't that be something? They all leaned in as she lowered her voice to a whisper and said, witches can't get burned if they get wet. Somebody help her, better call a doctor. She's got some magic secret witch doctor powder. Then rain came down so heavy we were drowning. Cat fight for the front row in the garden. Everybody got up in a panic. Their faces sunburned till they're sore and stinging. The March sun don't need an introduction. Is she or isn't she a witch? She's a witch. My granny smiled and said, well, wouldn't that be something? They all leaned in as she lowered her voice to a whisper and said, witches don't need sunlight to see red. Somebody help her, better call a doctor. She's got some magic secret witch doctor power. Then rain came down so heavy we were drowning. Cat fight for the front row in the garden. Everybody got up in a panic. Their faces sunburned till they're sore and stinging. The March sun don't need an introduction. Is she or isn't she a witch? She's a witch. My granny smiled and said, well, wouldn't that be something? They all leaned in as she lowered her voice to a whisper and said, witches don't need sunlight to see red. Somebody help her, better call her doctor. She's got some magic secret witch doctor powder. beautiful beaches exist all around Brazil. There are more than 300 per year in Belgium. It rains often, and the elephants are murdered in Africa territory. Hey ho, the rat tossed and threw down. Australian vegetation is full of eucalyptus. Hey ho, the rat tossed and threw down. 95% with eucalyptus trees. Among the Amazonian tribes, it was custom to pierce one's face as a symbol of respect. Portugal has a lot of history and heritage, and North African tribes have many camels. Hey ho, the rat tossed and threw down. An altitude of 3,000 feet is considered low. Whoa. Hey ho, the rat tossed and threw down. An altitude of 3,000 feet is considered low. Whoa. It hasn't rained for over 100 years in the Atacama Desert. It's extremely dry, you can die in an instant. However, England's quite the opposite. It rains every day, no one needs to water the gardens. Hey ho, the rat tossed and threw down. All open drain pipes on the sidewall. Hey ho, the rat tossed and threw down. All open drain pipes on the sidewall. Unscramble the omelet you drenched in jelly. Defrost the raised frozen meal on your belly. Defrosted it hot through the bubble you burst. Decross the lies the day that came first. It's catastrophic, meant big on its moans, but better than standard, it rains over drones. You Doppler and metronome, nebulous tone. So put on some clothes or stay home. Different songs, continued helping. Totally cathartic to have survived such terribly weird feelings. And it works, and it's good. Pluriness to you, and ditto. Armadillo beardless gets off with you mere tears. Hoping to nothing just never comes true. Nonetheless, different you mean it. Different friends unironically, so true. Reverse old photos with the intent to repeat. Juxtaposition of words to complete. Tally up the percentages of repetitions. I'm good without those feelings of old peak. It's good enough now for what? No arbitrary, a bit rich drive. Defrost the frozen sucks. Breakfast all day and all night. It's good enough now for what? No arbitrary, a big ridge drive. Defrost the frozen sucks. Breakfast all day and all night. I spend a lot of money on spoons. Some meant for breakfast, some are meant for soup. Some you bring on picnics. I spend a lot of money just to bring things to my mouth. Why are utensils so expensive? Every single one of them comes in a set. You just can't buy one spoon better than the rest. I spend a lot of money on chairs. Some are meant to sit in. Some are works of art. Some are meant for kitchens. I spend a lot of money on a time with these thoughts. Some have meaning, some are just not. Maybe this is one of those. I spend a lot of time questioning the world. Why is everything so confusing? Every single one of my friends feels the same. I can't tell if it's gonna get better or worse. Gonna get better. I miss that broken old thing I had. I spent a lot of money on chairs. Some are meant to sit in, some are works of art, some are meant for kitchens. I spent a lot of money on a place to rest my ass. Why is furniture so expensive? Every single one of them will hurt my back. I miss that broken down old thing I had. I spend a lot of time with these thoughts. Some have meaning, some are just not. Maybe this is one of those. I spend a lot of time questioning the world. Why is everything so confusing? Every single one of my friends feels the same. I can't tell if it's gonna get better or worse. I miss that broken down old thing I had.
Yeah, the soundtrack of the jungle, the blinding of the sea. We've been asking for directions on a now dry rotting tree. I don't walk again, it was too heavy a boulder. But if I roll my body over, I'll use gravity from my shoulder. I'll use gravity from my shoulder.
The neighbors came out of hiding, too dressed to think. They mounted a band. The music mimicked their tink and made me wonder, do my dance moves look as clumsy as a monkey's rhythm with aim like queens and kings? Thousands of bees obey them, saved under the same beekeeper just to be the same. It's like being a monkey just under another name. And to think we won the game, I must have thrown it by not having such shame. Removing the bee sting and replacing it with another thing. Ooh, and replacing it with another thing. Silky rusted spanners and wrenches launder my silk. The rest needs a hand wash like a racehorse with no milk, and made me wonder. Silky rusted spanners and wrenches launder my silk. The rest needs a hand wash like a racehorse with no milk, and made me wonder. What? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. As sure as the world goes round, as sure as the birds fly south, as certain as Moses parted the Red Sea, as sure as I know anything, as sure as there is a God, as sure as the sun comes up, as sure as fleas go on dogs and dogs bury bones, death moves on steadily. As sure as the sun fell every day before you and I existed, as sure as it will rise once again when you are now dust, friend. Somehow you became fog in the morning, and clouds were where the sky never heard their warnings. I bought it on Sunday, it was pretty weak, and left it on the table to rot for a week. I don't blame God for taking you. How many great things has he given me? Acquired 100 and then give one back. It's really not terrible track keeping, I guess. When you lose the one thing you cherish, the others seem counterproductive, and I can't help but think of all the things that you won't do and never will be. And sure as the sun fell every day before you and I existed, and sure as it will rise once again when you are now dust, friend. Somehow you became fog in the morning, and clouds were where the sky never heard their warnings. I bought it on Sunday, it was pretty weak, and left it on the table to rot for a week.
My friends are in town, we thinking about going out, and we wanna go to a club, so we're looking for one that's dark, and we want it to be a little crowded, and I got some new clothes I wanna wear. I got a fresh cut, and I'll put some oil on my beer, and I got a feeling that it's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be one of those where they turn on the lights, and I wanna go in. Any club is open, I'm ready to go if the club is open, but if it isn't, oh, we still going. Oh, the delinquent hours, Waffle House still open. Regular customers notice we slightly over-repeated. Just some liquor and waffles now, admittedly I got a sweet tooth. I love me some freebie strawberry, they make me weak, boo. And keep it humble, punchlines subtle, expressions and displays crevices, cause a couple chuckles, unbeknownst to them, no fame painful. They unaware that power is meant to be wielded, but I stay grateful. And if my clientele would kindly keep it on the low, I solemnly say nobody gotta know. Thought I descended from the bottom of my soul, but we never end, we just come and go. If fate would have it, oh yeah, all that I imagine, yeah, yeah, now everybody sing. I wanna go, any club is open, I'm ready to go if the club is open, but no, if it isn't, oh no, I'm still going, oh no, cause you know Waffle House open. If fate would have it, all that I imagine, yeah, yeah, now everybody sing. Yeah, now everybody sing. I wanna go if they open, oh, I'm ready to go to any club that is open. If they open, no, but if no, if it isn't, it's okay. Oh, we still going, I'm still going. Oh, Waffle House open. Waffle House open. I wanna go, any club is open, I'm ready to go if the club is open, but if it isn't, oh, we still going, oh, I'm still going, oh, Waffle House open. Waffle House open. Waffle House open.
everyone wanna touch the baby? Well, my guess is that it's instinctual. But I'm forgetting myself and now I'm nervous. I wonder if I might just be entitled to. Oh mother, tell me, how will I know when I'm ready? How did you know dad wasn't just the first man you dated? How have you kept it together for so many decades without falling asleep and waking up doubled over in a rage? I thought by now we all felt the same way. Spent all of this time emulating the grace, just to discover how I feel, exactly how I do. Now I'm reading the books and I lost track of the main theme. And, well, now my mind, it starts pacing almost instinctually. And now I'm pulling fast friends into old-fashioned docudramas. And I feel like maybe I'm being a bit harsh, but actually maybe time to chase your own dreams. I thought by now we all felt the same way. Spent all of this time emulating the grace, just to discover how I feel, exactly how I do. I don't think this is what living is. I don't think this is what living is. This is what living is.
Yeah, I think I broke my harmonizer. Now I sound like a robot. He says I'm hardly shaking and I say there's no time for standing still. The world will be ending soon in 7 billion years or so. It's always getting closer, not one nap for the slumber. Moseying along says it takes one to know one now. I hate to say it, but my mother's dead, looted rock of the Rolling Stone. There are some things I must say once again. Do I know? Let him know that. Play it once more loud and fast. Do I know you? Let him know that. Play it once more loud and fast. Do I know you? Let him know that. Play it once more loud and fast. Do I know you? Let him know that. Play it once more loud and fast. The fear of the ground will keep getting deeper and deeper ingrained within me. I think I've burned out my prefrontal. Now I act like an imbecile, but I have it all on record. It takes only minutes memorized, and I feel it in the synapse. All those who come here to capitalize, they always leave with lesson learned. It's lost you spin for what you earn. Moseying along says you remind me of a zombie. Life would be better if I'd lost my head. I blame hostages in glass and chrome, but I would hate to do that again. Do I know
roll a window to the other side. 914 if decimal wide. You showed the way to scream my words under the table. Birth a new wave that hits like thunder. Too late already, just play it cool. This fuse is burning, don't cut it. Whatever happens, I still get lost here every night. Hello world, happy anniversary. I know you, no one knows you like I know you. Ooh. Hello world, it was in 2010, oh. Unlike you in 64 before anyone really knew. Everyone pointing through a long tube straight. Something about words becoming meant for us to have a good year. We wanted a new world, they stayed away. No, tell them they're wrong, if that's what I asked. Your travel speeds all across the earth and it's free. Quickly devolve into what's your favorite quote? Hello world, happy anniversary. I know you, no one knows you like I know you. Ooh. Hello world, it was in 2010, oh. Unlike you in 64 before anyone really knew. Everyone pointing through a long tube straight. Something about words becoming meant for us to have a good year. We wanted a new world, they stayed away. Don't tell them they're wrong, if that's what I asked. Your travel speeds all across the earth and it's free. Quickly devolve into what's your favorite quote? Do you want it most deep? Do you want it most real? Do you want it more than that? Give me most extreme. Show me more movement. I'll take the soup on tap. Oh, said the word, and it was good, good.